Planet Remix. And as we get ready to get into the cipher, I do want to let you know that it is Planet Remix, and a lot of times we cover adult content. So at this time, if you have anyone who's a minor, I would suggest that you put your headset on or get yourself in a place where you can enjoy your time on Planet Remix. But until then, put the babies out, do what you need to do so we can be responsible while knowing our magic. This show, this information, we dive into a lot of things that are adult content. And so therefore, if you are a minor, I want you to stop what you're doing right now, and I definitely want you to get your parent or your guardian's consent before diving into the remix. Well, enjoy. Enjoy the share. Yeah, and keep knowing your magic. We just gotta be responsible while growing up on planet Earth.
Peace and greetings, soul family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. I am your host, of course, Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. Oh my goodness, how are we all feeling? How are we all doing? Thank you. And how are y'all feeling? How are y'all doing? Everybody doing all right? We doing good? We doing all right? We doing good? Welcome on in. It is so good for us to connect. It is so good. I know that I just kind of sprung this on you. So either you got the notification or either you are just, me and you, we tapped in, we using, our telepathic mystic energy and we are connecting with each other. Or you are on the remix text line and you received the information. I want to say welcome to everyone on in. It's come on in so we can get ourselves situated. We can get situated. And I got some good things I want to tell you all and some things for us to talk about. So welcome on in to the Remix Radio. Again, I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. Welcome on in. I hope that you all are enjoying the activation art that is there. I got to put my heart and soul into it. Now, actually, I was actually going to just record this video and upload it. But then I thought, I don't ever want to miss an opportunity for us to get together. And this would be a perfect way because in the cosmic skies in this month of December, right now, as we speak, depending on where you are in the world, we are getting sort of bombarded with cosmic rays that are coming in. And depending on what part of the world you're in, we're going to be feeling these cosmic rays and these amazing downloads coming in for the month of December that is sort of busting through. It is busting through electromagnetic fields and it is finding its way to you. This energy is coming straight out of our Milky Way galaxy and it's looking for you. It is coded for you. Your energy is coded for you. It's searching for you. This cosmic energy, it wants to see how open you are. It wants to see how much you've grown. It wants to see how dedicated, how committed you are, how compassionate you are to loving yourself, to recognizing who you are. Because in fact, even though I've been using this term for a long time, quite a few years, 2024 is truly going to be a very much awakening year. Remember, we talked about this. We have waves and waves of awakening energy coming in. But there's going to be a massive awakening on the planet. And so I can be clear, just because you had an awakening, quote unquote, it doesn't mean you don't wake up some more. I want you to think of it like this. This is kind of like taking a trip to New York City, getting on the ferry, going over to the island and climbing to the top of the Statue of Liberty. And think of each one of those steps inside the Statue of Liberty as being a different dimension, a different realm, a different level of understanding of who you are. And it is not until you get to the very, very top where you can fully begin to start even embracing the journey from where you once traveled. So yeah, welcome to the month of December. And happy born day to all of our Sagittarius out there. And to all of you. We're celebrating this energy inside of all of us. I'm going to try to keep it short tonight. I'm really going to try to keep it short tonight, or shall I say this morning, this afternoon, or whenever you're listening to this. If you are traveling from the past and you have made it to this present moment of now, or if you've come from the future and you decided to step into this present moment, we welcome you. We welcome the seen and the unseen. But welcome on in. It is so good to see everybody. Oh my goodness, you are lighting up the Blue Room. I ask that you please do a favor, will you? Let's get those likes up so our soul family can know that we are live right now. We are live. Send those invites out. Let people know the remix is on and Soul Family is here and we are together. We are together. Yeah, like I said, I made that last higher self decision after doing about 3 or 4 recordings and said, you know what? Do what you love to do best. And that is to go live. To be live, to be in the moment, to be present. Notice one of the things, even if you listen to the remix, to the download, the reason it's not all pretty packaged and, you know, everything is not all together is because we are live in the moment. We are live. We don't do any edits over here. We're not trying to edit here. It's not scripted. This is live. It's real. It's raw. It's live. And it's filled with light. Filled with light. The light of our whole soul family coming together, and each and every single one of you bring a spark of that light when you're tuning in to Planet Remix. And so I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Yes, Michelle, it's authentic. It's real. It's here. And I'm going to be doing something that dare I say, I haven't done in a long, a very, very long time. Very long time. But we're going to do it here tonight. So I'm going to be doing a read for the month of December. We're going to be talking about your zodiac signs. And I'm going to go through each one of the zodiac signs. So I first want to start out by saying, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on into the remix. And welcome to the Zodiac Alchemy. And in this, what are we going to call it? In this episode, of the Zodiac Alchemy. We're going to dive into the mystical realms of the cosmos and we're going to decode this energetic symphony that awaits you in the coming month, in this month right now. So, of course, you know, I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. So this episode promises to be nothing short of transformation. And I'm going to be doing your zodiac readings from the Akashic records. So I've been diving into the Akashic records. I do it on Sundays anyway, just to kind of go in there and just kind of ride those cosmic waves and see the energy as it's coming in, send out love and energy healing to those who need it, who are open to receive it. So I'm going to be giving that. So as being in the Akashic records, we're going to be talking about sort of those secrets of December's celestial blueprint. And I'm glad that you all are already on it, because I want you to listen out for a few things as we go through this. Your rising sign is the sign I want you to listen to, because this is going to tell a lot. See, the sun is very active right now. And matter of fact, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, let me go ahead and sing the song. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Mark these days on your calendar. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I want you to make note of the next 3 days, because we will be having... How can I don't even know how to describe this. We are going to be getting showers. We are going to be getting a pouring down of downloads coming from the sun. And so one of the things that we're all doing right now is we are rearranging our magnetic field, and the earth is rearranging her magnetic field. And anytime you rearrange something, if you change something around, like if you change something around in your house, I'm in the process of changing around my studio and my sacred space here. When you shift things and change things around, quite often or not, some things leave and some new things come in. And these are the changes you're going to be feeling that's going to be shifting in your aura field, shifting in your energy field. You may have even started to feel this yesterday. I'm going to give you an example. It's like standing after you get out of the shower and you have your towel wrapped around you nice and tight. Imagine someone coming up and yanking the towel down. I want you to just kind of flirt with that vision. Now, this could be a very sexual, a very sensual vision for some of us. For some of us, it could be quite traumatizing in this vision of thinking someone comes up and snatches your towel down. But I want you to think about that vision, because that's literally what's happening to your auric field. It's getting ripped away. It's getting ripped away. And everything that is connected to it, there's going to leave an opening. It's going to leave space. It's going to leave a hole there. And now, the blessing for all of us is you get to fill it back up with what you want. What are you going to be feeding your auric field with? What are you going to be putting in that space? What are you going to be putting there? See, because when things are open, when things are exposed, when things are revealed, they bring up memories. Oh, how we love memories. They bring up emotions, and we love our emotions. It brings up feelings. All of these things are going to come to the surface, and you're going to get an opportunity to either dance with this again or feel it with something new, something different. You're not going to be able to resist these cosmic waves coming in. I don't care how closed off, how traumatized you may feel at this particular moment. You will have and be granted that space of harmony, and you will be able to choose. You will be able to choose. It can be profound insights into opportunities, into some of your challenges you are facing right now. You can have an incredible breakthrough right in front of you, right in front of you. And we can utilize this energy for the month to bring our awareness to this so that we can dive into this sea, this cosmic sea of these rays. Because inside of them, entailing, it has intel inside of them, intel, divine information Spirit showed me inside the Akashic record, divine information that can only be decoded by you. And some of you are going to want to take off running, and some of you are going to want to rest. Some of you are going to stand in awe and praise, and some of you are going to be jumping for joy. And the choice will be yours, because it's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's empowering, it's loving, it's healing, it's transforming. Now we have this energy and it's available to us all the time. But this is a little special. Because now it's going to come to you. It's coming to you. You don't have to call for it. It's coming to you. You have to do the work once it gets there, but it's coming to you. So will you be open to receive? To gain a deeper understanding? To tap into some unique alchemy? To become very intimate with your life, with your world, and with who you are? So I will coin this segment, as well as 2024, as knowing who you are, knowing who you really are. We talk about that a lot here. So we're going to be tapping into that energy so you can get a chance to align your action with these cosmic forces that are at play. Because there are some cosmic forces that are at play, and you are a part of that cosmic force. It's a celestial journey. And the wisdom of the Akashic records is going to illuminate the path ahead for the month of December. It's going to help you unlock your Zodiac Alchemy and embrace some transformative power. The power that is coming in from the stars. And you all are the stars. So, That's a tall order, but that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to give you another insight, and many of you can understand, because once I started to get into this energy, I wanted to give you some some things that you could sort of kind of take hold of as we get ready to go through the zodiac signs. So sun sign, rising sign, sun sign, moon sign, because that's going to tell you about your inner landscape, and true zodiac, because that's also going to tell you about some blind spots for those of you who know. But listen in. If you're listening to this and you say, I have absolutely no clue, Ms.Blue, of any of those things you just said about astrology, I want you to use your intuition. And I want you to listen for the one that feels right with you in your spirit, the one that you resonate with, the one that you feel the most connection to. I want you to begin to start taking that in, because the truth of the matter is all of the zodiacs exist inside of you. And so unless you're looking at your chart precisely, you will know, or even looking at your chart, you will see all of the 12 houses of the zodiac, and there, the 13th in the middle is you. And here's another thing. I am not doing this according to traditional astrology. And so because this is not traditional astrology, this is coming from more of an energetic prospect, where I tapped into the Akashic records and looked at the constellation and looked at the blueprint for each of the zodiac constellation according to the Akashic records. This is what I'm giving you. So as with myself and as with everyone, you are to take this and all things, all information, use your divine discernment, and with the grain of honey. With a grain of honey. Take it with a grain of honey. But I will also tell you, don't throw anything away. Don't throw anything away. Just kind of keep it tucked into your magical pouch. And whenever you want to pull it out, whenever you need to use it, you'll be able to have it. Yeah. So welcome, welcome, welcome on in. If you are listening and you are tuned into the phone, let me tell you how you can come on over and you can join us actually in the Blue Room. You're going to come on over to YouTube. And once you get to YouTube, you are going to type in Blue, B-L-U-E, and then Raz, R-A-S, and then Berry, B-E-R-R-Y. That's me, and that's going to get you locked in. I also want to invite you to like and subscribe. If you've ever listened to anything on the remix, it's been helpful for you. It's information that you could use, and it's really assisting you on your path and your journey. I would really love it. It really helps so much if you just hit that like and subscribe button, and then do it on all of your devices, or all of your accounts that you have, and all of the different platforms. If you would leave a review, especially on iTunes and Amazon Music, iHeart Radio, Google Play Store, anywhere you get your podcasts, to leave a review. It would mean so much to me, so much to our community, and it will help so much to continuously spread the word and grow and grow and grow. So I want you all to take a look at the activation art. I kind of work hard on it, but it was kind of what I was feeling. You know how when you I was coming out of the records, out of the Akashic records, and I just kind of looked up because I wasn't sure if I was going to do a show tonight. In case you all don't know, yeah, I'm an oracle. And sometimes, don't worry. We're gonna definitely get it together. But yeah, so like I said, I was gonna record this and put it up as a surprise for all of you. but I never want to miss the opportunity for us to get together and just spend some time together. So, are we ready? We are about to dive in, and we're going to be going through the 12 zodiacs. And I'm going to start with Sagittarius, especially since we are in the season of Sagittarius. We are in the season of Sagittarius and in this energy of Sagittarius. So here's a couple of things that I want to keep in mind for Sagittarius that's just going to be so transformative. And I could see this so clear when I was, just kind of swirling around in the records and looking in this Sagittarius energy. It is going to open you up. Open you up in relationships this month for the sign of Sagittarius. I know you're very focused and I want you to stay focused, but the key here for you to be able to tap into all of this energy, this cosmic energy for you, because as Sagittarius, you are the trailblazers. You're the trailblazers. You're opening the path. And for all of us who have Sagittarius in our charts, this is the part of our lives that we will be opening up these new pathways, these new portals, these new places of innovation. But Sagittarius, what's going to happen is you're going to become a little bit frustrated. You're going to get a little, and you're going to want everybody to keep up with you. You're going to want them to keep up with you. And that simply is not the case. They're not supposed to keep up with you. Remember, you are the trailblazer. So that means you're going to have to trust yourself. You have a lot of ideas right now. You have a lot of things you want to put into motion right now, especially when it comes to businesses and opportunities, these things that you want to put in motion right now. And what's frustrating you is that the people around you, whether this be your community, the people you're working with, family, friends, they cannot see the bigger picture. And I'm here to tell you, Sagittarius, they're not supposed to see the big picture. This is where you will have to go alone for a little bit. But don't worry, we're going to catch up with you. We're going to see where you're taking us. We're going to see where you're leading us. We're going to see that deeper understanding that you want to give to us. And we're going to get it, Sagittarius. But you are the one that is going to be blazing through the cosmos for us at this particular time. Now, what's going to happen is in your relationships, it may get a little rocky because you have some unresolved things there. You have unresolved things, not in relationships outside of yourself, but in relationships to you. And this is the only thing that could be your blind spot. But I don't want this to be your blind spot. You need to make sure that you can figure out how to stay in harmony. You need to figure out how you can stay in harmony. You also need to figure out how you can find balance. Because right now what's happening is so much of what you've had to do in these last couple of years, it couldn't be 50-50. It just could not be. You could not get it done by trying to maintain what we see as a balance. But I want you to come out of your mind, Sagittarius, and I want you to move into your heart, and I want you to get into the alchemy of peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. And the other thing that I want you to know is you're going to have to make sure that you know where to self-indulge. You're going to know where you want to splurge. You're going to know where you want to do excess. Many of you I see are looking at new technology or different things that you want to bring into your business or the work that you're putting out in the world. Some of you are wanting to go on trips and you're going to want to go to places and do things. But listen, you're going to have to make sure you put this in balance for yourself and do not over self-indulge. Do not. Do not over self-indulge. And the other thing that I want you to do, Sagittarius, that can be so, so helpful for you, especially with all of these things, because teaching is going to be big there for you, but also travel and pleasure is going to get put on the table sometime during the middle towards the end of the month for Sagittarius. And it's going to require you to level up your life, not only when it comes to the work and how you're showing up, but it also is going to force you to level up in life when it comes to love. When it comes to love. And there's going to be some big developments here in these two, and it's going to take us well into the next couple of years. Wherever you're finding restriction at, wherever you're finding something, it feels like it's stalling or things are not growing, they're not progressing. It's a couple of things I want you to do. Number one, make sure you ask yourself, am I thinking too small? And when I talk about thinking too small, I'm talking about thinking too small as far as your solution. Am I thinking too small? And your point of refuge is for you to return home. You to return to that place, whether that's listening to music, whether that's for you going for a walk in nature, a place where you feel at home, and then go explore places you've never been. Sagittarius, you love uncharted territories. So whether that's a coffee shop, whether that's a bookstore, whether that's a crystal shop, or maybe that's a shopping mall you've never been to, I want you to go somewhere so you can you're going to need to lay your eyes on it, Sagittarius. You're going to need to lay your eyes on something that you don't know, because this is going to help you reset and get out of your mind. Get out of your mind. So there you go, Sagittarius. Wishing you an amazing, wonderful month of December. We're going to get to Capricorn. We can go to Capricorn next. Wow. Okay, Capricorn. Interesting enough, when I was getting in your energy, I really couldn't see what was going on because it kind of reminded me of Atlantis. It reminded me of Atlantis because I seen these huge, huge buildings, and these buildings that started down deep in the waters, deep in the ocean, but they were climbing so high and high and high and high. And then I thought, the zenith architect, that's who Capricorn is. Because what's happening for you right now is you are building your spiritual empire. You are building a spiritual empire. And so I love this energy so much for Capricorns this month, because they are going to be leading the forefront for us and showing us about building our destiny step by step and process. So we will thank all of our Capricorns because they will have some great information for us when we get into the month, get into the year of 2024, about how they did it, how long they did it. Take very good notes, Capricorn, because you are moving into forward movement. And your determination, your willpower, your action, your focus, all of these things that you have done, that you have questioned yourself about doing, they're going to start showing up. They're going to start showing up. It's going to be serendipity. It's just going to start happening, and you're going to start getting clarity. And the more clarity that you get, the clearer you become. You're coming out of this deep fog. And the more that you get this clarity, it's going to open you up to understanding, and it's going to bring you into a point of achievement. You're finally going to feel like, yes, that thing I've been working on for the last 8, 9, 10 years, you're going to be able to reach new heights. But you're building, and you're building in a spiritual fashion, a spiritual fashion. So here's a couple of things that I want you to look out for. You have to be very, very careful. And I don't like to use that word, but Capricorn, I want you to put unicorn next to you and use that as your symbol of power, because you know unicorns light the way to the future. And if you feel yourself getting into a place where you're trying to force something to happen, I need you to focus on the unicorn. Get back into that space, that happy place within yourself, that place within yourself that really shows you a clear picture of your destiny. I feel like Capricorns are really going to be tapping into their visionary energy this month more than ever. It's really going to be their clairvoyancy that opens up more for Capricorns this month. So if you are facing any kind of struggle in your life right now, I feel there's some Capricorns that are going through something that is legal, something that is considered to be legal in this world. And so that could be maybe you're going back and forth with someone over disputing a charge on your credit card, or you have a light bill that maybe is totally high and not what you thought it was, or you see some company where you had canceled your subscriptions, because Capricorns have done a lot of canceling in the last 3 to 4 months, and rightfully so, because when you're building something, as you continue to build, you are going to have to clean up the residue that is left behind from building. If you've ever seen a construction site, and when a building is going up and they're cutting the bricks and they're laying the cement, or they're cutting the tile, and you see all the debris that's leaving around, they have to come back and they have to go and they have to clean up the mess. They have to clean up the mess. So Capricorns, you're going to have to go and you're going to have to clean up your mess. You have some mess you haven't cleaned up. And these mess are going to lay more mentally and internally. It's not a mess that people can see, thank goodness, right? Not on the outside. This is an energetic mess you have to clean up first, Capricorn. You're going to have to clean up your powerlessness. When you start to look too much outside of yourself and in the physical world, you start to feel powerless. Or when you look outside in the world and you see others doing things and you feel that you felt a little stagnant, you're going to feel like, oh, I need to force something, or it's going to seem like you're all over the place, like you lack direction. You don't know, should I do this first or that first or this? This is an opportunity for you to clean up all of those thoughts, because you have clearly made it past that point. You have done the work, Capricorns. It is time for you to reach new heights. It is time for you to build your spiritual empire. It is time for you to take those things that you've been nurturing and you've been cultivating and you've been building. It's time for you to take that to the world. It's time for you to bring that to the world. It's time for you to share that with the world. And here's the thing, you have to do it unapologetically, Capricorn. You're going to have to do it unapologetically. And you're also going to have to do it without looking at what everyone else is doing. And that's not always easy. That's not always easy. But listen, you can do it. You can do it. You definitely can do it. And some of the things that will feed your soul, even though you're not going to feel like doing this, you're not going to feel like you want to do this, but what's going to fill your soul is you're going to have to get into good times. You're going to have to set your meter on what is a good time for you. These are things like social gatherings. Don't miss the opportunity to go to social gatherings. I know you feel like right now, oh, I don't want to go hang out with that group, whether it's online or offline. And, oh, I don't want to go do this. And, oh, I don't want to go be with that person because they're too much like this. Remove all of those thoughts. Remove all of those things. Remove all of those things for you. It is time for union. It is time for you to get into some artistic pursuits. It is time for you to do some collaboration. Find someone that you can study from, that you can learn from. Where you are weak, they will be strong. And this is going to help you, Capricorn, to help you build your spiritual empire. Lastly, for Capricorns, one of the things that I want to tell you is don't allow yourself to fall into the place to have a pity party. To have a pity party. There is nothing going on for you that a pity party can hold. You need to get into the good time party. You need to get into the good time party and celebrate. You're going to have so much to celebrate. You're going to have so much to understand. You're going to have so much to celebrate. Yeah. And the more that we cultivate this energy, we can ride this cosmic wave. We can keep riding this cosmic wave continuously, and to keep riding this cosmic wave. All right. Now, let's go on to Aquarius. And here, Aquarius, the theme for this month, the month of December, as I was in these Akashic records, the main thing that came out, it's going to kind of bleed from your house of Capricorn into this house of Aquarium, which they're kind of connected. All things are connected, but this is where the astro visionary is coming out to play within you. You are going to be diving into a deep pool of ideas, but you have to go deep, Aquarius. This is not the job for the surface. You're going to have to go deep. It's kind of like getting into outer space. You're going way, 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 way beyond the boundaries, way into outer space. You're going to be going deep, deep, deep. And the reason you're doing such a deep, intimate dive, Aquarius, is because so much is on the table for you. So much is on the table. You have chosen in this lifetime to come back collectively, right? Because it's not one person, but this is all of us and everyone who has the Aquarian energy in our chart. But as Aquarius, and you have chosen this as your sun sign, your rising sign, you have chosen this position. This is the position of the vision of the future, of the innovator, to be able to tap into the tapestry of the universe. And so to whom much is given, much is required. But the first that you must tap into is your tapestry. And so here are some of the things that you are going to be faced with this month before you begin to propel yourself to where no one has gone before, Aquarius. And that is, you're going to be looking at where you have been reckless in your life. Where have you been reckless? Where have you been reckless with your vision? Where have you been reckless with this vision? And the reason you're taking a look here is because for the last 2 to 3 years, Aquarius, you have been doing a lot of deep soul spiritual work. Now, many of you may know this, but Aquarius is the sign for all of the zodiacs. It is the sign. That's why you see the squiggly line. This is the frequency. This is energy. And so the whole world is getting ready to be all eyes on me, meaning all eyes on frequency, all eyes on energy. And Aquarius run their energy in their bodies very, very deep. It hits them at a soul level. It runs deep within your soul, deep within your soul, deep, deep, deep within your soul. And because this energy runs deep within your soul, and Aquarius being an air sign, and you're already so far into the future, it is hard for you to ground yourself back on earth and allow those frequencies, those very potent frequencies, to leave your physical body. And so this is why for this month, you have to take a look at these things. So when those cosmic rays are coming in, when that rip and tear of your aura comes and these holes are left there, you are not confused that somehow this means you must be starting all over again. But these are the places you must put a higher frequency in. Where are you holding yourself back? Where do you lack faith? Where have you been restless and reckless? Where have you been impulsive? Where have you allowed your mind to drag you down? Where have you done that? And so now the beauty and the power for Aquarius at this particular time, the beauty for Aquarius at this time is for Aquarius to begin to flourish. I even see them meeting people this particular month. You're going to be meeting new people, Aquarius. Lots of love coming in for you. Like this is almost a, as the song goes, secret lover type of energy, this secret lover type of energy that's coming in. But you're going to feel more stable. You're going to feel more secure. You're going to be able to tap into your potential, and you're going to see your true, authentic potential. It's going to open up for you in a very, very abundant way, Aquarius. And you have to be in the position to open and receive, give and receive, let loose and receive. You're going to have to make yourself available to open and receive. The other thing you're going to have to do is you have to decide, what are you going to allow to die? What thought, what pattern, what emotion, what feeling? And once you've decided, you can never look back, Aquarius. You can never look back. You are charting the way to the future. You are diving in as the visionary. You are tapping into the spiritual realm. Pay attention to your dreams. And you are contributing to the tapestry of the universe. And you are holding those threads for yourself and for everyone else. So love yourself this month, Aquarius, and do it in a very big way. Do that work, and it's going to open up so much for you. So much for you. This is the month that will change your life. And by the time we get to April, this is for all of us. You will look back, save this live, because you're going to come back here. You're going to look back at this time, and you're going to say, we made it. We made it. We made it. We did it. It's done. It's done. I did it. Lastly, have to tell you this. Instantly, when I went into the constellation of Aquarius in the Akashic records, looking at this energy, the number one thing that I seen was a pulsing heart. Aquarius, you must take care of your health. You must take care of your heart. You must take care of your body. All of these cosmic rays, all of these frequencies that are coming in. This is sun, moon, rising, right? Of course, listening to your rising first, your sun, your moon, but also your true zodiac. Anywhere that Aquarius energy is, that's dominant in your chart, pay attention to that, because all of these frequencies are coming in. And it's coming in. Aquarius holds frequency and vibration. That's why you light up the building. You light up the world when you come in, and that energy will stay in your body. You must stay in a flow. Take care of your heart. You have to get up and move your body. You have to get up. You have to eat well. You're going to have to do these extra things so you can ground yourself. These are your grounding rods so that you can make sure that this energy is flourishing through you and flourishing into the earth. Flourishing into the earth. So we're excited for you, Aquarius. You're going to have great stories to tell us once we get to 2024. Oh, how are we doing so far? Is everyone loving this? If you guys are loving this, please make sure you like and subscribe. Please make sure you come back. Make sure you leave a comment. And if you love this, then we'll do more of these in the future. Let me know how much you love it. Let's blow this up. I mean, blow this out of the water. Let's make this a planet remix, especially when it comes to download, or re-listens here on YouTube. Let's make this a all-out share that just explodes by the numbers. Pass it on to everyone you know who have the heart and the ears to hear. Let's go on. We are moving into Pisces. And oh, yeah, we are moving into Pisces. This energy for you, Pisces, I love it so much. I love it so much. Because Pisces, in this month of December, you will be connecting with cosmic possibilities, and you're going to be manifesting your desires. But here's the difference. You're going to be manifesting these desires with a very gentle yet powerful flow of the universe, Now, we're going to talk about some of the things for you, Pisces, that's just going to be paramount. That's here. You might have felt like over the course of the last 18 months, you've lost momentum. You know, it's kind of like riding on a bike, and all of a sudden, as you're riding on the bike, all of a sudden you just went out of steam. You may feel that things have been stale. They've been halted. They have been out of the wrong time. You might have showed up to, go to your favorite movie only to find out that you were 10 minutes late, or trying to show up to register for a class online and only to realize that you're 2 or 3 days late. And so the timing here, this timing element for Pisces might have been off for you at this time, but don't worry, that is going to change. One of the things, Pisces, that you definitely want to make sure you get yourself in this position, because you will be weaving your dreams into reality. And despite what they look like in the past, it can happen. It can happen for you, and you can make strides like never before. One of the things that you're going to have to do, and I want you to make a note of this, Pisces. I want you to make a note of this, Pisces. I want you to set your goals in motion. Use this energy of Sagittarius that we're all in. Sagittarius, the archer that holds, the bow and arrow that hits the bullseye. I want you to set your goals, really take some time and sit down and think about your goals. I want you to put them out there. And then I want you to define your purpose, not your purpose as far as I want to do X, Y, Z, or I want to earn X, Y, Z. No. I'm talking about something deeper than that. I'm talking about something more at a soul connection. Like, what is that thing that you lay awake at night, Pisces, when no one is around and you're sitting in your quiet space and you're about to drift off to sleep, and all of a sudden this vision comes to you that you feel in your heart? I want you to define that purpose, your overall purpose. What's that song? All I want to do is be happy. What is your purpose, Pisces? Find that purpose. And then the other thing that I want you to do, once you have those two things solidified, because this is really going to just assist you and really in this connection of getting back into the flow, Pisces, is that you are going to have to make an adjustment. But see, if you plan for this adjustment, if you leave room for this adjustment, remember what I told you about the towel being snatched away. If you plan that this will happen. It will not take you by surprise. It will not throw you off your square. It will not send you back into a slumber. It will not make you want to deep dive and retreat and run away from the whole world. You are already going to be ready. Because see, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So Pisces, I want you to have that energy. I want you to hold on to that energy that you will have to make an adjustment. Now, because we all have Pisces in our charts, one of the things that I seen when I was just sort of kind of strolling through the Pisces constellation is that's not just true for Pisces. That's true for all of us. So anything that you have in motion, anything that you're building, anything that you're doing, anything that you're working on, anything that you're putting together, what I want you to do is I want you to know without a shadow of a doubt that you will have to readjust. But that's not a bad thing. Because what's being called inside of all of us is to level up. And if you're being called to level up, then maybe there's something that you didn't see. Maybe you thought this was as good as it gets, but it gets even better than what it gets. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I want to invite you that after this share, you go back, you download in the archives and listen to the last share that I did, because I talk about this exact same thing. So Pisces is this energy where it's going to come in. Why is this significant? It's significant for all of the Pisces energies, right? But it's significant for us as a collective, because this is going to tap into what is spiritual for us, what we hold sacred with us. This is really touching us at a soul level. So we're going to have to reassess some things. We're going to have to make adjustments. And if you know that that is happening on the way in, then here, Pisces, what's going to happen for you is you're going to be opening up many opportunity. Doors of opportunity are just going to get flowing open for you. It's going to help you with discovery, self-discovery, discovery in different ways for you to create an income. I feel like many of you Pisces, you're changing what you do in the world. You're changing how you show up in the world, Pisces. It's also going to help you with your future plans. Your visualization is going to be more active in your waking life also than your sleeping life. Your sleeping life is going to give you the vision, and your waking life is going to activate the vision. The activation of the vision is where you're going to take action. This is where, if the opportunity is there, take it. If the discovery is there, acknowledge it. You're going to have to make some critical decisions, Pisces. And these critical decisions have to do with your home. It has to do with where you stay. It has to do with where you lay your head, Pisces. You're going to be making some critical decisions about where you stay. And whether that is, some of you are thinking about changing the room you stay in. Some of you are thinking about something even bigger. You're thinking about changing your location of where you stay. You're also thinking about the state where you stay. Some of you are thinking about the home of where you stay. I also see a lot of travel coming up for you, Pisces. You got some travel that's coming up. And these travel opportunities, whether you do that travel in your mind, or if you do that travel through reading books, watching movies, or physically doing travels, then I want you to engage in that travel. That travel is going to help you really get out of your self-sabotaging thoughts. It's going to take you out of being so guarded. It's going to open you up like a fish in the water so that you can begin to find your way through, see your way clear through. It's going to help you with education. It's going to help you be vigilant with your ideas. It's going to help you with your mental agility so that you're using higher wisdom, divine wisdom. It's going to take you out of those dark, deep depth places that sometimes leaves you in a place that is filled with manipulation, that is filled with rage, that is filled with unnursed, what's the word that spirit is showing me, with nurse pain, sorrow, and hurt, so you don't bring these out into the world. It's going to remove the cynicalness out of it. It's going to remove sort of the glass empty away from you. So one of the things I will tell you, stay away from all gossip, all gossip, all gossip for you. Pisces, all gossip, please stay away from it. Don't entertain it. Don't get yourself involved in it, because everything that you're doing right now, you are in a state of quickness, of a quickening, of a manifestation of a quickening. And as soon as you engage in it, it's going to quicken. It's going to come back to you. So you want to make sure that you are being in your highest, best self. And this is going to open you up to a flow in the universe. And in that universe, you will be able, in that flow in the universe, you're going to be able to connect with possibilities and manifestations. And it's going to open you up to a reality that you always dreamed of, but always fell short of. You will find it, Pisces, as well as I see a couple of love interests coming in. But again, you have to go back and reassess. Remember, you're going to have to go back and readjust. And so your honesty, your integrity, these things are being called upon for you, because you've spent the last 18 months building a whole new character. Step into it, own it, claim it, and be it. So we're excited for you, Pisces. We are excited for you, Pisces. We're excited for you and what December has and coming forward. So next, we're going to move on to Aries. Oh my goodness. Aries. Whoo! Aries. Aries, 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 Aries. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So here's a couple of things that's going on with you, Aries. At this particular time, it's such beautiful insight and energy that's coming in. This is sort of you igniting that cosmic pioneer that's inside of you. You know, Aries, you want to move forward. You know, you want to spark those flames. Yes, those flames of transformation. And you want to be there before anyone else gets there to set the party up. You want to put the dishes down. You want to say you were the first in the building. You want to be there. You want to be there. But I want you to know something. Whether you know it or not, Aries, whether you know it or not, you are on a path at a high rate of speed into a new horizon. You are traveling in a new horizon, and you are moving into some uncharted territories, and you are moving very quickly. So here's a couple of things, because we want you to be able to tap into all of this energy for Aries. Because for Aries at this month, it's almost like you are at the end of the rainbow, Aries, and you have tapped into the pot of gold. And that pot of gold, you're able to just endlessly dip into this pot of gold. And left to the right, your creative ideas are paying off. When I say a pot of gold, I'm not just talking about finances, even though finances and money is a part of it, but you're tapping into a pot of gold as far as the people you're meeting. You're tapping into a pot of gold as far as your creativity is concerned. You're tapping into a pot of gold as far as your health is concerned and how well you're taking care of yourself. All of these things, you're tapping into a pot of gold. It is there for you. The number one thing for Aries is we have to allow ourselves to be moved by our spirit and our intuition and not by our emotions, because these are some of the things that can cause a blind spot for you, Aries, when it comes to this transformation and you sort of moving into the new horizon. And this is about you making sure that you are not only looking out for your interests, you are not just selfishly only looking out for you. And also, you are not really giving out false pretenses. You're not giving false pretenses out to people just to get what you want. You have to be very careful about that. And that may not be so black and white when it happens. It may be something that you see, but you don't realize it until after the deed has been done. The deed has been done. And on the flip side of that, Aries, you have to make sure that you're not jumping the gun too quick, and track and field, when they already tell them to get in the blocks and get on your marks and get set and get ready and go. Well, Pisces, I see a lot of you took off really, really fast, and it's nothing wrong with that. You're one of the first outside the block. But make sure you are not getting carried away with the wrong idea. Make sure you are not burning bridges while you're crossing your rainbow bridge, that you are not burning bridges. And any relationships, because there will be relationships you do need to let go of, any friendships, intimate relationships, connections, any of those things that you feel that at this particular time you must leave behind, that you are doing this with some honor. You are doing this with the integrity of who you are, and you're being very clear with your communication, and you're not doing this in a cowardly way. You're not cowardly doing this. You're not being sneaky in your attempts to get what you want. You're not betraying yourself, because often with Aries, they will betray themselves. And even though they like to be first, I can see where you have betrayed yourself just to make others happy, and so you don't want to get into lying, cheating, or wearing a mask and not showing your true self, because we need to see your beautiful true self, Aries. We need to see that from you. It's simply required at this particular time. It's required for you because you are igniting your passion and you are moving towards a new horizon. Aries, I see you, there's a song by Tracy Chapman where she talks about moving in a fast car. And so I see this for Aries. Some of you will be buying new cars. Some of your cars will be breaking down during this particular time. Some of you will be trading your cars in, but you are getting new modes of transportation. You are getting different modes of transportation at this particular time. You are changing your transportation that you are moving in. And that mode of transportation is going to be different. If you used to take a Uber, maybe you're going to take a bus, or maybe you're going to get a car, or you're going to change that mode of transportation that you're getting. And the reason for that is because you have a lot of spiritual inspiration coming in. And believe it or not, you're in the Aries sign right now, but you kind of feel more like you're more into your occult side. You're more on the darker side of the Aries. You want something with a purpose. You want something that's healing. You want something that holds faith. You want something that is deep, something that is intimate, something that you can leave sort of a legacy with, something you can be proud of, something you can hold on to. And so because of that, you do want to make sure that you are guarding your relationships One, the relationship with yourself, but more importantly, how you are handling those relationships in your life that, quite frankly, Aries, you should have let go a very long time ago. And also your relationships as it relates to food, as your relationship as it relates to gambling, your relationships to social media, your relationships to sex, your relationship to all of those taboo-ish things, Aries, that you've kind of been dabbling in. You're going to want to make sure that you are leaving those relationships in a very, very healthy way. And because remember the towel getting ripped away and filling it with something of a higher frequency, something that's going to be more uplifting, something that's going to really help you with your self-awareness and with your self-esteem. Now, you see all of this Aries energy, but a lot of the Aries, some of you have been dealing with issues of low self-esteem, and you've been doing extra things to overcompensate for that. You've been using sort of some of these vices, sex, you've been using some of these vices, social media, attention, food, you've been using drugs, you've been using alcohol, you've been using relationships, you've been using, you've just been using things to give you that boost of confidence. But now you're able to take these things and make sure you are utilizing them to stand in your magnificent, very gorgeous, very transformative, very pioneering, cosmic pioneering power of Aries. That's where you want to use this energy. You want to use it here. You will reach the state of success and victory and achievement by doing that. So I want to give you all this. Let's go to the next sign. Now we're going to go to Taurus. We're going to go to Taurus. Oh my goodness, the Earth Enchanters. Now, I know I had mentioned those things earlier with one of the groups, and I told you about the unicorns, but the unicorns came dancing out immediately when working with Taurus. And so I'm going to give this to Taurus. And we're going to talk about this powerful energy that Taurus is bringing in, which is really a lot of enchanting power. They are activating the enchanted power on Earth. They are literally opening up this portal of enchantment for us on Earth and cultivating these things of abundance and beauty and stability, all of these things, and bringing them into harmony with nature and the cosmos. So here, Taurus, in the month of December, as you do so well when you're at your best, you are bringing heaven and earth together. And that heaven and earth together is really where you're going to see a lot of your transformation. But here's a couple of things that once I was strolling around in Taurus in this constellation, and I want to remind you guys, I'm not doing traditional astrology by reading the charts. I'm doing it from the Akashic records. And this is why I say, take what resonates with you, because I am using the Akashic records from the Premier file and the constellations to do this reading. So it may be very different than anything you've ever heard. And I want us all here, and I thank you all for letting me know how this all resonates with you and how you're connecting with this energy. Love for us to keep this conversation after we're done in the comment section as well. So let's continue with Taurus. Taurus, this is a big month for you. And there's a word that immediately I seen flashing in the constellation of Taurus that I seen. And this is Taurus is making a comeback. You know how they say don't call it a comeback? Well, Tauruses are making a comeback. They are coming back. They are reconciling. They are finally getting over. They are finally getting over a lot of things. It is a regeneration of their relationships. And these are the things that Spirit is really saying, Taurus, you must put your eye on, is this regeneration of relationships in your life and how you do your relationships, especially the relationships that you do with yourself. You must reconcile and you must move on beyond this to make your comeback, because once you repair your heart, repair your soul, which you've been working so deeply and desperately to do in these last couple of years for Taurus, while still holding the earth so close and so intimate with its enchanting powers that you bring to the earth. It is now finally time for you to move on. It is time for you to move on. Now, we're going to talk about some of those things, but I want to share some of the other insights that they want you to really, really be mindful of, so that you can harness all of this juicy, activating energy for Tauruses. If you feel you have reached a dead end, if there is a dead end in your life and it's something you just cannot move, some of you Tauruses feel that you're at rock bottoms, you're in the ruins. Some of you may be going through a divorce right now. I see there's a loom of divorce, whether you're divorcing sort of a relationship or you're divorcing maybe a business idea, or it has something to do with what you were holding, sort of the perception of it. And this is you attempting to divorce yourself from it, divorce yourself from an idea, a direction you were moving in. Maybe, you're getting up over a breakup. Maybe you've had a breakdown, a mental breakdown, because I show that, or you've experienced what you would deem to be a failure after failure after failure during this particular time. So here is what Spirit is saying at this particular time. This is so powerful for the Tauruses at this time, because it's really about being open to receive. You have to be able to correct and receive correct criticism. Take everything in at this particular time. It's going to feed you magic. It's going to feed your enchanting powers at this time, Taurus. Your goal is to plan, is to establish a clear vision. Know that thoughts become things, so you have to mind your thoughts. You have to stay out of thoughts that do not serve you. You have to watch what you say out of your mouth. You have to know that you're at the point of inception. Earth and Taurus go hand in hand. You are planting seeds into earth, and earth is fertilizing them. You are in the state of instant activation. That means anything that you are putting into motion at this time is going to grow. It's going to flourish. It's going to multiply. It's going to regenerate itself. It's going to keep coming back and back and back, as the flowers do each and every single spring. April is going to be a big time for you, Tauruses, for all the things that you're doing at this time. You are at the point of inception. So you are a master when it comes to your willpower. And so now you must turn your will, the wheel of fortune. You must turn your will to where you want it to be. And then you have to hold steadfast. You have to be resourceful. You have to make sure that you are not just relying on your emotions, you are relying on your intellect and your heart, and you are taking only actions that are inspired. You are not moving forward based upon influence. You are not being forward based upon someone forcing you to move forward. You are becoming very resourceful with the people and the connections that you have. It is a time for you to get out or really to move past some of your disillusionment. And so you have to do a deep dive and really getting into the rhythm of the cosmos so that you can begin to manifest. Where have you been delusional in your life? Where was it too hard to look? And so you decided to check out of it. If you find yourself in sorrow, being misunderstanding, or having heartbreak, grief, or sorrow, know that it is time for you to heal. There's so much healing energy for you, Taurus. Not only will you be able to heal yourself, but once you get into this and start to work with this energy, the universe has promised you'll be able to pass it on and share it with others around you. So if you're feeling hopeless, it's a time for releasal. It's a time for forgiveness for you. It is time for you to be present, to preset some things in motion. It is recovery for the first half of the month for you, Taurus. But as we get closer to the end of the month, this is when you will get into generosity. Be generous in all of your actions. Make sure you give and take with the same care. Make sure you are in kindness and acceptance, and know that your words are going out into the cosmos. In fact, it has a beaker. It is looking for your light, Taurus. It's looking for your light to plant these enchanted powers into earth. These are psychic powers. So you will see your psychic abilities are going to come online stronger than they ever have before, or have in a very, very long time for Tauruses, because they are receiving psychic, intuitive information, and most of them are coming from Earth. And if you are still enough, get into your meditation, get into your work of raising your frequency and lifting your vibration. Be that light of joy, be that for yourself. And it's going to bring the stability that you're looking for, because I feel like so many things has been unstable for Tauruses in the last 3 to 4 years. It's been a lot of unstable energy that's going on, a lot of unsafe environments that the Tauruses have had to go into, whether unsafe mentally or unsafe physically or unsafe energetically. So you're coming into more stable times. You're coming into more beautiful times. And this is going to allow you to dance with your abundance, Taurus, the abundance that you bring to the world and that you bring to yourself. So we are rooting for you, Tauruses, and really excited to see you in your new light in the new world, because truly for the Tauruses, they will be stepping into a new world. So next, we're going to be going on. I don't know, y'all. I don't know how we feeling. This is a lot. But I love it. I'm having so much fun. Doing these readings from the Akashic record. I'll tell you, because when I first started doing this, I had to really reprogram my mind to not allow what I know to interfere, meaning what I know as far as astrology, and allow the divine records to take over. So I'm excited for your feedback. I'm excited for all of you and the information. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's go to Gemini. Let's go to Gemini. We're going to go to Gemini. Gemini, these are our celestial communicators, of course. Now, Geminis, you're going to be riding the cosmic wave this month. You're going to be riding the cosmic wave this month. And Spirit is saying, when I was in these Akashic files and in the constellation of Gemini, if you can navigate and ride these ebbs and flows, it's going to open up so much of your genius mind that's inside of you for this particular month. Because for Geminis right now, one of the things that Spirit is saying for you to focus on is right now there is lots of upheaval coming for Gemini, a lot of upheaval coming in for Gemini at this particular time. Geminis are literally holding on by a thread. They're very calm on the outside, but things can be a little chaotic on the inside. It's a lot of uncertainty swirling around you, Gemini. But Spirit is saying, have no fear, because you can ride these cosmic waves and you can really, really, really become a master achiever, a master achiever. And I want to talk about what I see the master achiever being at this particular time. A master achiever, or when someone gets into a master achiever state of being, is someone who has been deemed to have failed and failed. They've had a lot of successes, but then they were failing at different points, or the times that they were so sure they were going to really achieve something. It seems like at the last moment, it sort of was pulled, the rug was pulled from up under those. And so when you become a master achiever, this is one who has experienced all different sides of what it means to achieve something that you set out, long-term, short-term, in between time, to fail at it, to fail horribly at it, to be very uncertain at it. But Geminis, this is the time for you to harness that ability to be a master achiever. And when I say a master achiever, meaning not to give up, there's a couple of things right now that you feel is hopeless for you at this particular time. You don't really see how this is going to pan out for you or work out for you. And so right now, everything is in the details. And so Gemini, you must do what you do best, and you must look at the details. You're going to have to craft your story together. You're going to have to craft this mastery achievement together. When you're crafting things together, that means you're using many tools. And some of these tools are going to be people that you meet. They're going to be able to give you select information. Others are going to be people who come along to assist you and help you. Others are going to be people that you can assist and you can help. And in through that helping and in through that working together, you're going to be able to craft your achievement, and things are going to start to become more clear and they're going to come together. Now, when that towel gets ripped away, what's going to happen is it's going to take you back a couple of summers. It's going to take you back into those times where you were afraid, those times where things happened that sort of kind of shattered right in front of you. Those things happen that didn't deliver for you. And it's going to leave you in a place where you're going to want to go back into your old habits, those old habits of being easily influenced, those old habits of having clouded vision, those old habits of being critical, being very critical of yourself and being very critical of other, or being very pessimistic, or having a harsh perception of life and people, or having sort of a shattered heart. And so Spirit is really cautioning you against that, and to let you know that you are to keep your eyes to the future. Keep your head to the future, and know that you are looking ahead, and not only looking ahead, but you are taking action on those things ahead. excuse me, you have to come into total acceptance of all of these things. You too, like the Taurus, is in a recovery turning point. You're in a recovery turning point and you are rebuilding. You have changed, Gemini. You have changed. You are not who you used to be. You are not who you used to be. You have drastically changed. And because of that change, Spirit is asking you to really get yourself into your spirit and make sure you are back in your charismatic, your playful, your childlike, your free thinking, your lovable, and your excited self. And getting back into that particular place is what is going to open up everything for you. You're going to have to watch your communication this month. I want to say communication is really for all of us this month. It's going to hit a little different for certain constellations like Gemini. It's going to hit a little different. But for you, you're going to have to make sure that you make a commitment with yourself about how you're going to talk to yourself, how you're going to communicate with yourself. What are you going to use as a form of communication? Are you listening to things that support you and what you are working towards and you feel your heart is calling you towards? Or are you going to be putting yourself into a position where it's taking you down a road where you feel that you're powerless or you're feeling like you're being bogged down or getting to the point where you feel like there's no use? Make sure you are feeding yourself with those things of kindness. Make sure you are feeding yourself with those things of security, and make sure you are... Okay, I do see an opportunity for love interest coming in. I just kind of laughed there because I seen someone walking through the door, but Spirit is saying, make sure you stop. Make sure you stop. Make sure you stop and travel no paths that are unclear. Travel no paths that do not, what's the word? That do not cultivate you in a way that it allows you to be yourself. If you find that you're in any kind of business relationship, any kind of relationship that is stopping you from being yourself, Spirit is saying stop. Do not go down that path. Make sure you avoid that path at all costs. All costs. All costs. So the other thing for Geminis is to know that you are on the other side. You are on the other side of all the things that you have been experiencing. You really are on the other side of it. And now what you have to do is you have to make a commitment. And that commitment has to be that you will not go back. You make a cognizant commitment that you are not going back. You are seeing clear. You are seeing clear. You are focused and you are concentrated on where you're headed. And know that many opportunities will come up that will also support you on your journey. But the thing that you cannot be afraid to do is to ask for help. I see many of the Geminis, you are entrepreneurs. I see lots of gold light in your constellation, which lets me know that you're entrepreneurs and you work for yourself. And Spirit is saying, continue to do that. And for those of you who work a job or maybe what we would consider a traditional job, you are to do that job as if You are an entrepreneur, and this is going to pay off very big for you, Gemini. Very big for you. You need to dive deep into your business. Start looking at why you started it. Start looking at where this excitement came from. Start looking at what made you fall in love with this. Start looking at why this was important for you to fulfill this within your life, and really start looking at the spirit and the soul of your business. Start really looking at the spirit of the soul in your business, because by looking at the spirit and the soul of your business, spirit has promise, Gemini, it's going to send you so much creativity, so much innovation, so much newness, and so many different opportunities. I feel like for Geminis, whether they're working a traditional job, but mainly for those of you who are entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs, it's like something else is going to come in to assist. You may feel like you're being overwhelmed right now, but what's going to happen is you're actually going to be doing something else. And it's you think that this new thing may possibly be the grandiose thing, but it's going to cause a chain reaction, and it's just going to ignite and electrify everything that you touch. You literally, everything that you touch is going to be gold. Everything, the Midas touch. If you truly put your heart and your soul in it, Gemini, Spirit has said it's going to bless you. It's going to be the Midas touch. It is going to expand. It's going to grow. It's going to generate. It's going to it's literally going to blow your mind when you see what it's doing for you. At this time, you just have to put your heart and you just have to put your soul in it and know that this is truly coming from you authentically, and just allow your natural creativeness to come through, and you're going to see this. You're gonna see this in a way that is almost unrecognizable to yourself, but it's going to pay off in such a beautiful, beautiful way for you, Gemini. And this includes some of you Geminis who are dealing with health issues, or maybe your mind has been too active, because Geminis, like a lot of sign, you run a lot of frequencies through your energy. So right now, your dream world is going to be your most active plane of existence. So as you go to sleep, pick 2 days during the week. You're going to pick 2 days during the week, Gemini. And during these 2 days during the week, you're going to set an intention to go into the higher levels of the astral plane, and you're going to be able to get assistance from the ancestors, assistance from the guides, assistance from, I see it now, assistance from Archangel Metatron. You're going to be able to get assistance. You're going to be able to get that help you need. Don't be afraid, Gemini, to lay hands on your body, to heal your body, and to speak those words into yourself. Don't be afraid to lay hands on your mind, Gemini, to lay hands on your minds, especially your third eye, especially your pineal gland, because this is what is really can be out of balance for you with this energy coming in. Don't be afraid to lay hands over your physical eyes as well, and speak that you do not, just look outward, that you will turn the focus on the inside. Geminis, lastly, before we go, are celestial communicators with such a powerful month of riding the cosmic waves. I want you to do some forgiveness, because I see when that towel gets snatched down and your aura is starting to get rebuilt, there's still some forgiveness work there, Gemini, that you need to. Anything that comes up that needs to be forgiven, really take some sacred time and go into that space and give it what it needs, because it's going to, oh my goodness, it's going to pay off very, 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 very big. All right, let's go on. We're going to move on. There you go, Gemini. We're excited for you for the month of December and what 2024 has to offer. Whew. Shouts out to all those who do monthly readings, weekly readings. I guess it's a shouts out to myself. This a little different here, but shouts out to my all of my astrologers out there and those who do readings. Let's go to Cancer. We're going to go to Cancer. We're going to go to Cancer. We're going to go to all of the Cancers out here. The Cancers are lunar nurturers. They are definitely sitting on top of the moon. They are sitting on top of the moon. I feel like I'm at the Beyonce concert when she had the globe up there and the portal and the moon up there. You are sitting on top of the moon, Cancer energy. And we're going to talk about Cancer energy in this month of December and all of those things. You know, Cancers are going to be bracing themselves this month. Cancers are going to be embracing a nurturing glow this month, and they're going to allow their intuition to take them into realms of the moon and the sun that they have never traveled to. It's going to expand their awareness. Cancers, I feel like Cancers this particular month, it's a big business month for Cancers. So wherever my Cancers are out there, Cancers, this is going to be big collaboration month for you because you will be harnessing the energy, not only the lunar energy, but you're going to be harnessing the energy of the sun this month. You're going to be harnessing the energy of the sun and the moon this month. And this is because you're going to be really bringing in emotional growth. You're going to see your emotional growth this particular month and your connections. So Cancer, it's going to be a couple of connections in your life. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, there's going to be some connections that you do need to let go of. But again, I will say with any of these connections, relationships, whether they're business relationships, friendships, or or these different connections, when you let them go, that you are doing it in the highest, most integrity of who you are in a very loving way. Cancer, it's going to be a very passionate month for you as well. An opportunity for leveling up your love life this particular month with Cancer energy as well. There are some of you who will be kind of it feels like going from the sun to the moon, leaving one relationship, going into the other. Just make sure that you close one out before you step into the other. Okay. But let's talk about the business side for Cancers. Cancers right now, it's kind of like you are standing in front of the Powerball. You know, the Powerball, when you see the billboard and they tell you it's got 10 million, 8 million, 9 million, 6 million, you're going to be getting Powerball ideas and Powerball activations and even making Powerball connections in your work life, in your business life, and things that you want to put out in the world. So pay very close attention to your relationships. People from foreign places that you're meeting, connections and projects that you're working on with people, because it's going to open you up to something greater than you could ever imagine and really give you the support that you need. You know, Cancer, you've always been a support system for everyone in your life, and you've been there nurturing them, supporting them knowingly and unknowingly. Well, this is your time to get the support that you need to start bringing more of your creative aspect. You are sitting on top of the moon, Cancer, this month. And I know this because of going inside the constellation, because you're going to be taking all of those dreams and those very whimsical and those very wild and beautiful visions that your creativity sometimes takes you on a ride to, and you're going to be putting those into this 3D world. You're going to be manifesting more of those things from the unseen world into this seen world. The number one thing that you must do is that You must make sure that you are balancing out and nurturing your emotions in a very healthy way for Cancer. Because right now, what Spirit is saying is bubbling underneath the surface. You have some situations, some things you need to deal with, some conversations that need to be had, some things you need to bring closure to, and some expressions you must make. And so, right now, you have to stand sort of in your courage. You have to sort of stand in that idea to make sure that you are having these conversations and doing them in a very loving way. And you will know, because if you feel like, um, hmm, if you feel like your chemistry is off when you're speaking to people and you're talking, then I want you to know that out of your subconscious, what is leaking out is your true emotions. Maybe it's something that happened 8 months ago, 5 days ago, 2 minutes ago. It is still there bubbling. And so you're going to do a lot of work, Cancer, to make sure that you're clearing this energy out. And once you clear it out, so many beautiful and powerful things are going to light up inside of you. It's going to light up inside of you, light up in passion, light up in love. You're going to become more magnetic. You're going to start magnetizing people into your life. I even see people of influence, and I'm not talking about what the world deems as an influence. I'm talking about influence for problems and challenges, or maybe something you've been puzzled with in your life and you needed to get a solution for it. You know, this energy is going to come in. A lot of this energy for all of us this particular month, because this is going to be sort of coated with a lot of aphrodisiac energy. So it's a lot of sexual energy moving around in the month of December. And sexual energy is just one way to coat that energy. Like, we can tap into that energy and dive deep and use that for very intimate connections. We can use that energy for healing. We can use it for creativity. We can use it if you're an artist, because I feel like Cancers, you're going to be doing a lot of artistic work this month, Spirit is showing me. And that artistic work is just going to be the chemistry you need to really just create and manifest and bring your dreams into this reality. I feel like you're going to be renegotiating partnerships and agreements, whether that's a companionship, whether that's your soulmate, whether that's your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. I feel like the family, the first family and our soul family, you're going to be renegotiating those agreements. And whether those are spoken agreements with the other person or unspoken, you're going to change how you show up. You're going to change how you're communicating. You're going to change those emotions that you've been hiding but not expressing. You're going to change how you are in those relationships for one that is more authentic, one that is more loving, one that is more caring. But it has to start with you, Cancer. You have to sort of put yourself front and center in this chemistry. And once you have coated yourself with this chemistry, then that's when all of your passion and all of those things will begin to start synchronizing themselves. And you will tap into endless creative powers, and you will be able to tap into the downloads, the upgrades coming from the moon, coming from the sun. And this is going to be the energy that really, I hate to say it this way, but this is the way I see it, stabilizes your emotion and show you how to start fostering emotional growth and connection as we get ready to move into a very powerful year of 2025 and leaving this year. But let me say this, 2023, we have a Cancer moon coming up, beautiful, gorgeous. I don't even know how to describe divine, loving energy of this Cancer energy. This whole entire month is really going to be about art, these things of beauty, our artistic endeavors. It's going to be about art. It's going to be about the divine feminine. It's going to be about women, right? It's going to be about sex. It's going to be all of these energies. So on one side, I'm giving you how you can tap into some of the higher frequencies of this energy according to your zodiac, right? But know that we may see more chaos happening out in the world and around us. And this is so we don't get distracted. So we don't get distracted by things that are going on there. And the more, because nothing is written in stone, I've seen this in the Akashic records, the more of us that we can really stand in our love and in our power, in our transformative power, and we can hold this light in the world, the more that we can change the frequency of the overall collective consciousness on the planet. So don't ever think that you can't make a difference in the world. By you holding space, by you sharing your heart and sharing your love and your compassion and being your authentic self and being in these beautiful states of frequency, you are making a difference in the world. Right now, we are all harnessing the elements, all of the earth, air, fire, and water. We are harnessing all of the elements that are in the world. And, we are determining how this wave comes through that is coming in on the planet. So be mindful and know that you are important and you matter, and you chose to come here so that you can participate in your life. You can participate in the evolution of humanity on the planet as well. So let's go to Leo. So Cancer, that's what we have for you, Cancer. We're excited for you and everything that has to do. We're almost done. I know what y'all are saying. Woo wee, Ms.Blue. Ooh wee. We're almost done. We are about to move into Leo. We're about to move into Leo. Speaking of the sun, this is our solar. This is the energy of solar sovereignty. And really, this is for Leos out there. And this is Leos shining bright like a diamond. Like a diamond. These Leos are shining bright like a diamond. And Spirit is saying there's so much happiness, there's so much freedom, there's so much vitality, and there's so much truth. From Leo at this time, the month of December, Leos are sort of basking in this energy of their power and their truth and their radiance, and allowing this energy to just come bursting absolutely through for Leos at this particular time. And what Spirit is saying is right now, because of all of the energy that's coming in, I told you all about all the downloads that's coming in, and it's coming into our magnetic field, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th on the planet, and we will keep getting waves and waves of those. This energy coming in, Leo is highly connected with this energy, this very regal presence, because Leos are bringing back this regal presence to the planet. This kind of hear me roar kind of energy. You will see the Leos standing up on the planet, and rightfully so at this, because they are getting a rush of energy, a rush of positive energy, a rush of vitality that is coming in. And so here are some of the things that Spirit wants Leo to take with them on this journey this month, so that they can unlock these powers and really really allow their regalness to come through, because their regalness is going to come through, and it's going to pay off very big. I'm going to get into that. But Leos are going through a major transformation. We're all transforming, don't get me wrong, but because we all have Leo, but Leos are really doing sort of a phoenix this particular time. They're doing a phoenix at this particular time. And so here is the thing. Spirit wants you to count your blessings. Count your blessings this month, Leo. This is the time for you to take some time, sit back, and literally count your blessings. Count your blessings and really, really, really tap into that energy of your blessings. And I feel like Leos have gone through a very, very tricky time, especially over these last couple of months. And it's still going to be some of this energy out there. And I'll tell you how you can stay out of this energy, Leo. And some of this energy of doom and gloom. Do not get locked into the energy of a doom and gloom. Do not get locked into the energy, Spirit is saying, like your hands are tied. Your hands are not tied, Leo. You have already freed yourself. So do not feel like your hands are tied. Do not get into the negative thinking. Make sure you stay out of negative thinking. Stay out of those dark places. It's time for you to really rise above a lot of this. This is about self-improvement for Leos at this particular time. They are going through a major crisis, and they have gone through a crisis just recently, but this crisis is a major crisis to bring them to the other side. So the negative thinking, the hands tied, feeling paralyzed, stay out of being a drama queen. Don't get into the drama. Don't play into the drama, because there's more things that are there. It is time for you to really know that you have your power back. Your power is with you. And, you have to allow to set yourself free, and do this in a very creative way. Do it in a very creative way. Leos, you have to really work on building your mental strength, so that you can conquer this self-doubt. Because once you conquer this self-doubt, Leo, Spirit is saying there's so many things that will come online for you. Once you conquer this what am I saying? This self-doubt that has been lurking in your subconscious, and you come out of this self-doubt, then you will be in what we call the legacy of your life. You will be building a new legacy in your life. You will be literally starting a new life. You will be opening up a new legacy in your life. That is so powerful for you. And in that legacy of your new life, you will have no scarcity. You will harbor no hard feelings. You will become more articulate. You will have a expansive mind. You will become a manifester, a instant manifester. You will have the support that you need, both from your family as well as those you work with, and even those that you have discord with. You will let go of those negative karmic connections. All of these things, Leo, will leave yourself. You will burn them up in your transformation. You will burn them up in your transformation. Spirit is saying that this shift that will be happening with you, Leo, is going to be very intense, and for you to stay the course between the next 1 to 2 weeks, because that's how long it will take you. And you will be able to make it through this transformation. You will start to gain strength, and you will know, because you will increase in everything that you do will increase. It's going to increase for you. Your increase are going to be coming. You will have a new perspective. You will have a totally new perspective. You will get out of dark thoughts. You will not feel the psychological trauma, the worry, the heaviness. Some of you haven't been sleeping. Your insomnia will go away. You will be able to tap into building your legacy, and you will begin to reap your harvest. You will reap your harvest, Leo. You will reap your harvest. So we are excited for you to get into this place of well-being, get into this place of warmth, this place of solar sovereignty, into this place of your regal presence, of this place so you can finally show the world who you really are, not because you've been in so much pain, not because you've been hurt, not because you have been in anxiety or fear, not because you've had nightmares, but because you are filled with power, you are filled with love, you are filled with mental strength, you are filled with self-assuredness and self-awareness, you are filled with the Father's protection. The Son we call the Father. You are filled with the divine Father's protection while you stand on Mother's land in your regalness, and the Mother's land is the earth. You will be able to have the strength, the compassion, the courage. You will see your limitless potential. You will see your influence in the world. They're telling me, Leo, you will start to see where your influences have been, and you will be able to tap into that wisdom. So excited for all of our Leos out there. My goodness. My goodness, Leos. Woo, we're excited. So we only have two more. We're going to go to Libra. We're going to go to all of our Libras in the building, and we're going to talk about our Libras at this particular time. And no, I skipped one. We're going to go to Virgo. We got to go to Virgo first. I thought we didn't do Virgo. So we're going to go to Virgos. We're going to go to our harmonic healers, if I can talk right. We're going to go to our harmonic healers. We're going to be talking about Virgo energy. Oh my goodness, Virgos. This time for Virgos. Virgos, you are in the midst of a hurricane. You are in a midst of a harmonic hurricane of energy around you that is creating, that is harnessing, that is restoring well-being and balance into every single thing you do. And Virgos, I know you can feel it. You can feel it in every word you speak, every place you step, everything you do, everything you touch, every thought, every feeling, every emotion in your body. And Spirit is so excited for you for this month, because Virgos, you are at that point where karma and destiny are meeting for you. Karma and destiny, the karma of all of the work that you've been putting in, of all the things that you've been doing, and your destiny, these places that were sort of written in your Akashic records that were waiting on you, waiting for you to arrive at this particular point. And so we're going to talk about some of these things that Spirit wants you to do to be in this alignment so that you can tap into this infinite energy of healing. And so when we think about healing, when we think about medicine, I want you all to think about this on a grander scale, because we need to have health, a healthy love life, a healthy relationships, healthy finances, healthy body, healthy mind. We need to have all of these things. And Virgos are going to be showing us the way to come into this balance. And so at this particular time for the Virgos, they're in this point of restoring sort of this balance and restoring the harmonics of health in our atmosphere, in our world, and in our lives. And Virgos, for you, starting with yourself, and that energy is just going to be carried through everything that you do. And so Spirit is saying that it is critical at this particular time that you release what doesn't serve you. Whatever doesn't serve you, you release it. And when Spirit is saying release, it doesn't mean to cut the thing, place, or person off. You release the emotions of it. You do not know that right now things are lining up for you, Virgo, as far as destiny, as far as your karma. So you have to trust. You have to walk in this faith. You have to understand that all of these things are acting upon you. It's coming from you. It's not coming from anyone else. They are not doing it. It is not something that someone is trying to stop you from doing. It's aligning you to where you know you need to be. And right now, for a lot of Virgos, I hear it's time to move. It's time to move. You've been hearing this call. It's time to move on those thoughts. It's time to move on those ideas. It's time for you to start really digging deep down in the trenches and really asking yourself the deeper question behind these things that you want to put out in the world, that you want to share with the world, and that you want to do for the world is why? Why, Virgo? Why is it time for you to move? What inside of you have you let go of? What inside of you have you emotionally healed? What inside of you have you emotionally let go of? What inside of you have you released? Because it is through you understanding all of these things that you have done, that you have worked through, that you have healed yourself through, that you will understand the pathway of why things are working themselves out the way that they are working and they are moving in your life. What's going to happen for you, Virgo, as we begin to move ourselves through the month of December and into the next month, you are getting a big, huge push. You're getting a push, almost like a wind at your back. It is pushing you. It is pushing you. And so if nothing else moves you, life will. Life will. And what Spirit is saying, Virgo, you got this. You're riding cosmic waves, but you're diving into the cosmic symphony of the harmonics, of the frequency. You are riding the pulse of the energy that is happening in our galaxy, in our universe. And so this is depending upon a turning point. You coming to a turning point like a track runner that's running long distance, and you see the curb coming up. It looks like you're in last place, but as soon as you come to the other side of the curve, it shows that you are the front runner. You are running out front. You are out front. Good luck is on your side. Expansion is on your side. Chance is on your side. The Sisters of Faith is on your side. You can feel this. I'm getting the chills for Virgos. Damn, I got to see where Virgo is in my chart. You are manifesting. You are traveling. You are traveling not just for work, but you are traveling for pleasure, Spirit says. You are leveling up. You are leveling up in all levels of your life. Spirit said, stop thinking small. Stop thinking small. Get out of small thinking. Get out of these little places. Open yourself up. Give yourself to the world. You got to come out of your shell, Virgo. You got to come out of the dark hole that you've been working in, you've been grinding in, you've been building in, you've been creating in, you've been manifesting in, and it's time for you to show yourself. It's time for you to show yourself and for the world to see who you are. It's time for the world to hear who you are. It is time for the world to know who you are. The other thing that Spirit is saying, it's bringing on this energy of the visionary, of the visionary. Some of your ideas won't be supported, Virgo. Some of your ideas won't be understand. It's okay. Still go forward. Still go forward. You have the charm. You have the confidence. You have the energy. Spirit is saying you have the strong will. You have the sex appeal. You have the sex appeal. You have the temperament. You have the temperament now. You've been building your temperament. You've been building your emotion. You've been letting go of your self-judgment. You've been letting go of your self-criticizing. You've been letting go of you criticizing the world. You've been letting go of these things, and it's now have made room for you. So when this towel gets ripped away, Virgo, you have all of these things that are coming in that is all about expansion for you. And Spirit is so excited for you. It is time for you to stand up for what you deserve. It is time for you to work hard and work for your understanding and work for what you're worth. It's saying work for what you're worth. Work for what you're worth. Know that your status is abundance. Don't look for a title. Don't look for a thank you. Don't look for a place. Don't look for support. Know that it's there. Know that your new title, no matter what you call yourself, is abundance, and you must dance in it. Spirit say you must dance in the sophistication of your abundance, because your fulfillment and your freedom, it's right here. It's your taking for you. It is your taking. You are the harmonic healer, and it is through this symphony of playing this beautiful cosmic orchestra that this healing resonance that will restore balance and well-being inside of yourself and your mind, your body, and inside of others. But you have to get out of being afraid of sharing your gift. If it's cooking, if it's writing, if it's singing, if it's art, if it's dancing, if it's meditating, if it's praying, if it's walking dogs, if it's catching birds, if it's looking at the sky, you must share it, because there is healing. There is healing in what you have to offer to the world. It is healing what you have. And Spirit says, if you trust that, if you heal that, if you work with that, then you will be blessed. You will be blessed by the flow of the river of the cosmic Nile, of the Nile River, the cosmic Nile River that once flowed through the sky and through the land of ancient Egypt. Spirit is saying, Virgo, you will be blessed. You will be blessed. You will be blessed. We are excited for you, Virgo. Shh. Let me find out where Virgo is in my chart. I'm saying, let me find out. Woo, woo. That was deep. That was a deep channel. My goodness. All right, let's go to Libra. Let's see, Libra, what the constellation of Libra has to say in the Akashic records for Virgos. Let's see, let's see, let's see. All right, Libras. All right, Libras. Let's see. I know. Listen, I need some more water. I need some more water. I got to go back and listen to this. You know, one of the things I want to tell you guys is I spent the last 2 weeks, I was going to do the traditional astrology. So I was looking at the charts, which is so much powerful energy in there. But every time I sort of got distracted from doing it. I didn't make it to do it. Something else came up, something else happened. So I said, let me take a step back, see what Spirit really has for me to take a look. And I suddenly heard my guides tell me, remember who you are. And I started laughing because that's something I tell you guys all the time. But my guides told me, remember who you are. Remember who you are and do it. And I kept second guessing myself. I share this because this is coming into this energy of Libra and all of our signs here that we've covered thus far. Because a lot of times we second guess ourselves. And even when we're in our most confident self, that still happens. But this is something, I had to kind of laugh because I always tell you guys, you better know who you are, know your magic, know who you are. Or you're doing that because you don't know who you are. Because if you knew who you were, you wouldn't be doing that. And I got reminded of that. And those are the moments that are so beautiful. I do this work because I love it. It's very deep for me. It's very real. And it's such a strong connection in my desire for all of us, everyone listening, whether it's your first time or you've been listening for many years or, however or whenever you listen. It's real. And I love those moments of the unknown. I love it because I know I'm growing. I'm growing. If everything is a confirmation, then where was my awareness? Not that we don't need confirmation when we're stepping in new territory. But I love it when I can say, I don't know. And I literally started this show, and in full transparency, as I always am, I'm going to keep it real, keep it raw. I'm going to make it a little sexy, but I'm going to be me. I didn't know. I just scrapped the notes, scrapped them, and said, I'm going to just do it live because I was recording and it wasn't coming out right. I wasn't in the flow. I wasn't feeling it internally. And I said, you know what? I've been in the records all day. I know what I've been seeing. I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it. I'm just put it out there. And I say that to you all because this could be maybe a conversation you need to have with your children. This could be a conversation you need to have at work. This could be a conversation you need to have with yourself that you've been hesitating on, trying to find the right way, maybe the right way to wrap your mind around it, the right words to say, the right timing to get in. And sometimes it's time to just trust yourself, and you're going to know, you're going to listen to that voice, listen to that higher voice within inside of yourself. And you're going to just do it. There's a lot of you that want to start doing things. And I'm not saying, just go running down the street butt naked and go do it. But for some of you, hey, it may do you good to do a Erykah Badu and jump off the bus and just go butt naked down the street and just put whatever you have out there. Is it going to maybe fail? Absolutely. Did I think there was a possibility that this would fail? It still could. I wasn't worried about that. It could. Was there a possibility you guys could love it? Yes, it was. But honestly, I moved outside of the right and the wrong and the nuances and the politics and the he say, she say, they say, and who she's supposed to be, who made her think she could, they could, why are we? I moved outside of all of that. And I dove into me. What made me happy? Because I know that when I show up as my true, authentic self every time. Even though my mind will take me back and say, Blue, you gotta get this computer together. Blue, you gotta make sure you're on time. Even though I go back and do all of that, because I think that that is healthy for us to be able to call ourselves out. Not abuse, but call ourselves out. Because see, you know it's not abuse because you're going to make the corrective action when you really do it, right? Or you're going to understand why it is the way it is. So this is about me trusting myself, listening to my intuition, and doing it. I didn't know how I was going to feel. I didn't know I was going to be happy doing this. I'm not going to lie to you. I was excited because I'm always excited when we get together. But I didn't know what it was going to be. And that's what I'm telling you I loved. I love being in the unknown to say, oh, I didn't know that. I'm listening to the things I'm saying and I'm hearing how you guys are responding and I'm saying, damn, I didn't know that. This is amazing. I didn't know that. I love learning, growing, and not knowing. I love it because that's where you find the answers. You don't find the answers in the knowing. You find it in the unknowing. So I just wanted to put that out there real quick, especially since we get into Libra, which is heavy in my chart. So anyway, let's go, Libra. Libras. The transformational alchemist. The month of December for Libras. This is a month of transformation, transforming cosmic elements into a harmonious equilibrium. You know, this is about embracing the alchemist of transformation and balance and blending the energies of finesse and grace for power and creativity. Dun, 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 dun. So now, let's talk about what the Akashic Records has to say for Libra. And while I was in the Libra constellation, this here, Libra, is really, really, really about this, all of this energy that has been flowing through you. And this is energy of a homecoming, sort of a celebration. And you may feel it, Libra, even if you don't know what the party theme is, you know that there's a party going on and they are celebrating you and your homecoming. It's sort of like a community support that is happening. You are having this internal wedding that is going on between your masculine and your feminine energy, your internal and your external world, your as above, your soul below, and you are coming into that place of transformation and balance within yourself, Libra, and it shows. Oh yeah, it shows. So here are some things that Spirit wants you to make sure you're incorporating so that you can take all of this in. Because Libras, you've been through the fire, through the fire, through the limit. Y'all know the song. You've been through the fire. You've been through the fire. You've been through the Lords of the Ring in these last couple of years. And so many things when that towel gets ripped away and that hole is left there in the magnetic field of your aura. It is asking you to do a one-over to ensure this insecurity that you have allowed itself to bud deep within you to finally come unrooted. You may have been suffering from creative blocks. Spirit is saying during this time, your body might have neglected you, or you neglected your body, I should say, or your body has taken over. You have to pay attention to your body. You might have felt like you've been in a space of lack of support. You've been places where you've been unwelcome. Things have canceled on you. You might have had many things lined up for you, and all of a sudden they are canceled. You may even have broken relationships and other discord that may have come up for you, and even problems within the family. Lots of family problems. So here are some of the things for Libra to harness all of this beautiful, gorgeous energy of transformation. And Spirit is saying you must reevaluate your priorities. And I know you've been looking at them, Libra. You've been looking at the things in your life and looking at the things that you value. You've been looking at your morals. You've been looking at the integrity of your own spirit and reevaluating those priorities. You've been releasing a lot of material things. You may have gave some things away. You may have thrown some things away. You may have been doing some feng shui in your house. You have even thought about becoming a minimalist when it comes to certain things, people, places, and things in your life. So you might have stepped back from social media, or you might have stopped eating a particular food and decided you won't buy so much of it. You won't engage in so much of it. You may not hang out in certain places the same way and do those things. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because here is what Spirit is saying. There's been a lot of shame and blame surrounding you in the last couple of years. A lot of unfair victimization happening. A lot of karmic situations occurring. And you sort of sometimes at this time even fell into victim mode. This is a little weird because I'm kind of reading my rising sign. But anyway, so Spirit is saying, have no fear. Because where you're moving to at this particular time of really sort of tapping into your alchemist energy, you are becoming more articulate. You are becoming more, you're gaining more support. You are learning from your past mistakes. You have interests that are expanding and growing. You are committed to working more in collaboration. You are actively listening, and you have learned to surrender those things that no longer serve you, people, places, and things. And you've also tap more into your artistic endeavors. You are attracting things in a more sort of kind of graceful tactful way. You are being invited to spaces and places and places you've never thought, and rooms that you never thought you would get invited into. Your psychic abilities are enhancing on a very deep level. And one of the challenges that you're facing at this particular time is because you're looking for something very deep and something very intimate. You're looking for something very deep and intimate at this particular time. You are completing a cycle at this particular time for yourself, Libra. Libra, you are completing a cycle for yourself at this time. Now, I also show that what is happening is a lot of solitude of being in silence, being with yourself in silence, being with yourself in silence. I'm going to get to that. And making sure that you are not allowing yourself to be stimulated from the external, but you are making sure that you are staying in a place where you are nurturing yourself, and also making sure you're bringing value to everything that you do, whether it's creative, whether it's artistic, even in your dreams are becoming more creative. So it's a time for you right now. It's a time for you right now to make sure you're not holding yourself back, that you are not repressing tuning into your intuition, and making sure that you are taking care of yourself, and that you are staying in a place of self-love. Your emotions are now in a flow, Libra. It's in a very, very harmonious flow. It's in a flow. You are in a state of joy. You're able to reach those places of joy that you never thought possible. You are accomplishing goals that you didn't think you would be able to accomplish at this particular time. But you are in that place now where you can see that it is possible for you. Your inner voice is really speaking to you in a very beautiful and musical and artistic and spiritual way. You are receiving messages from the elements. The elements are sending you messages. They are sending you messages to allow you to get into your state of creation. Libras, Spirit is showing me that you are going to be stepping into a new line of work. You're going to be doing something new, something fresh, something different, something that you really didn't see yourself doing, but you're going to have all the skills and all the support. People are going to come. They're going to want to help you. They're going to want to help support you. They're going to want to help bring you into that space. Spirit is saying you have to let go of judgment. You have to let go of judgment. Don't rush to judgment for the Libras. Do not find yourself in a place where you're criticizing others or criticizing people for where they are, and really make sure you're taking a step back. You're taking a step back, and you're focusing, number one, you're focusing on everything at this particular time that is happening. You to be in observation mode when it is outside of yourself, and to know that you're not being led by those things that are happening outside of you. I also see that you are going to be, Libras, working in the states of what we would like to call the child. You're going to be working in your childlike state. Some of you may feel, no matter how old you are, you may feel like you are 7 again, you are 10 again, and when you were 11 again or 12 again, and you're having fun. And as a result, you're going to draw this childlike energy out in every single person that you meet. You're going to draw that out in all of the children and people that you meet. They're going to want to be around you. They're going to want to have fun with you, because you're going to be helping them to bring things in their life in balance. Your psychic abilities are going to come online. You have crossed the veil when it comes. You have crossed the veil on planet Earth. And so you're able to see into situations, you're able to see into relationships and offer your insight, offer your counsel. You're going to be called to counsel in a lot of situations, whether that's family, whether that's friends. You're going to be able to offer counsel. You have mended a lot of relationships over the last couple of years, Libra, and you've also let go of some relationships. There are some big decisions of things that you must make coming up, Libra, and you're going to have to take a stand on these things. You're going to have to take a stand on these things. Don't be afraid if it takes you down a path, a different path. Just make sure, as with all of the other signs, that you do this. You do this with love. In a few days, this is for Libras, you're going to be coming into another awakening. You're going to have your awakening. You're going to be a whole new person. You're going to be totally a different person. You're going to have a complete character build as we move our way into the month of December, through December, and into the month of January, and into 2024. You're going to need times to go into silence. It's going to require you to retreat to what we call the underworld or the subconscious. This is where you will be recalibrating at, Libra. Spirit is saying you're recalibrating here because when you come out, you are bringing something. You are bringing something fresh. You are bringing something powerful out. You are bringing something loving out. You are bringing out your abundance. You are bringing out your new phase and your new character in your life. So you may spend time in isolation or going within. Make sure you are taking breaks. Make sure you are recalibrating. Make sure you are taking the time that you need, Libra, because you are very, very active in the spirit world at this particular time. So if you've been feeling like you've been restricted, if you've been feeling like you've been obsessed with doing something, if you've been feeling like certain things have been an addiction for you, if you've been feeling your sexuality in a very strong way, if you've been feeling like some of your dark shadows has had a grip on you, or some of toxic things have been around you, and you feel that some codependent relationships are there, don't worry. Spirit is saying you will enter into a state of flow, and it is through that flow that you will get into that joy. You will get into that bliss, and you will begin to start opening up to that transformation, and you will be able to not only start to build and create and move forward with all of your magical innovation powers, but you will be moving forward with your truth and your authenticity, and you will be able to conquer. I see some of you have some legal matters that are coming up with Libras, or either you're helping someone, and I see it more as a help. You're helping someone with legal matters. This could be things that have to do with the home. This has to be with joint resources. This could be with money. Maybe you have an account with you and your spouse, or you and your child, or you and your business partner, or you and a friend, and you are sharing these resources here. Spirit is saying that, make sure that you are clear on those details. Make sure you are clear on those details. You are clear on those details, and you have learned from your mistakes here, and make sure that you don't procrastinate on things that you need to take care of. And this is going to bring you into a more financial